So in this video, we're going to be giving you the best class setup for the new assault rifle, the FARA 83, in Season 2 of Warzone so far. If this is the first time you're visiting this YouTube channel, consider subscribing to the channel. We try to make sure we get our content out as soon as the Call of Duty updates release. And so by subscribing, this will make sure that you're notified when that happens. As well as this, we're trying to reach our goal of 10,000 subscribers. So if you subscribe, that will help us get there as well. And make sure you like the video to help us get recommended more. Okay, so let's get into the best class setup for the FARA 83. So the first thing we're going to want to use is the agency suppressor, of course. And this is going to give you the sound suppression you need, of course, for assault rifles, as well as the vertical recoil control. It does affect your damage range and it does also affect your bullet velocity, but this will be getting balanced out by the barrel next, so I wouldn't really worry about that too much. So the next thing we're going to be using is the 13.5 inch task force barrel, and this is going to re-extend that damage range as well as bring back some of the bullet velocity, and it actually adds some strafe speed as well, which is pretty good. But it does affect your vertical recoil control and horizontal recoil control. Again, this will be getting balanced out by the build overall, so I wouldn't really worry about that either. The optic we're going to be using is the axial 3x optic, and this is because I'm going to be primarily running this as a long range weapon at the current moment. And what I like to do as well is I like to change the reticle to the hunter reticle. The reason why is because I think the stock reticle is just a bit annoying. It's not really as clear as the iron sights for the hunter one, so I like to use this. But feel free to use whatever one you want, really, to be honest. The underbarrel, I like to use the field agent grip. Now the reason why we're going to be using this is actually quite important. It's to bring back the horizontal recoil control and the vertical recoil control that was lost. And it does also bring the drawback of fire and movement speed and the ADS fire move speed, but again, I wouldn't worry too much about those. The reason why is because they're primarily kind of affected at the shorter ranges, but this is going to be used as a long range build, and so most of it isn't really going to affect you too much versus the kind of advantages you get off of using the field agent grip anyway. And the last one, this one's kind of negotiable. Now it depends on what you want to do. I would like to go for the Salvo 6 round fast mags. That's what I would use in this scenario. Obviously this gives you the increased reload quickness as well, but it does bring back the aim down sight time a little bit. Again, it's being used as a long range weapon, so it doesn't really matter as much. But if you really want to keep the aim down sight time, you could also go for the standard 45 round mags, and that's also a good option as well. So I would go for the Salvo 6 round mags in my opinion, but that's just me. So for those of you looking for the full loadout that I use, this is what I'd probably use here. So I'll cover the perks first. So I use AOD, Overkill, and Amped. I used Amped because obviously the faster weapon swap is very helpful here. I use AOD because I don't like taking damage from explosives as much, and obviously Overkill to make sure that I can run the MAC 10. I use the MAC 10 as the secondary weapon for the build. The reason why is you've seen that a lot of the FARA 83, a lot of the drawbacks for it is basically like the movement speed, whereas with the MAC 10 pretty much all of its advantages are the movement speed, and so they kind of balance each other out pretty well. So I would run these two together because I think it personally works very well together. I also run Semtexes and stun grenades, and just to quickly go over the MAC 10 build that I have, it's the agency suppressor, the 5.9 inch task force barrel, the no stock attachment, the field agent grip as well, and also the Stanag 53 round drum mags. And what this will basically do is pretty much all of the same things the FARA 83 will do, but it will also allow you for having basically better mobility as well. So that is the best class setup for the FARA 83 and the best loadout for the FARA 83. Remember to drop a like on this video as it helps it get recommended more, and subscribe as well. Thanks for watching.